I think Jean said she was coming, didn't she?
Yeah. And thank you for suggesting triangles. I thought that, you know, and then sometimes, well, normally I know what I'm going to teach. And this morning I knew I wanted to teach the 4 square breathing, but I couldn't. I just thought I'd just ask you what you fancy.
Yeah, that's a really good idea to put it out there just to see what comes back.
Yeah, and I had the feel, I was like, maybe I should do triangles. I've not done it for a while.
Yeah.
Because what I like to do is do the rotated triangle this week, and then we'll do the inner fire next week, because we've
great.
up to it. It makes it like a little 2-week thing, or even
Good
longer.
idea.
So Jean's just arriving, and because we're going to do rotated triangle, you might want a block or something to, you know, to put your hand on when we do that twisting. Just let her appear.
Oh, sorry, Kelly, I've had problems logging on. Hi.
Right, take your time, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm in now. I don't know what was going on, but I'm in.
All right, I've only just got in myself. So welcome, Jean. Welcome, Sheila. We're gonna have a lovely evening, and we're gonna do some lovely Drew yoga. So this morning I put it out there what you fancy doing, and it came back triangle, and I thought we'll do the rotated triangle because it gives us a fantastic twist through the spine, and it really benefits your digestive organs. I think when it gets quite warm and as it has been, we can feel a bit sluggish and a little bit kind of, I don't know, a little bit out of your body. So I thought doing something with a nice twist in there brings all that energy through, nourishes your digestive organs, and it brings all the energy up into your heart so you can express it creatively. And then I thought what we would do after the triangle is do some of Vritti, the breathing in a square. So we'll sit down and do that, and then we'll have a nice relaxation. So inviting you up to your feet. And just let the crown of your head rise up and let your shoulders lift up towards your ears. Breathe in, circle your shoulders back. Just become aware of the ground underneath your feet and explore the muscles in your feet and the muscles in your legs. Breathing out and feel as though you're centering yourself. You're sending that energy down into the earth. And then back up into your heart and back down so you feel grounded. And then we're going to give both hands a shake out. So lift both of your hands and just start shaking your fingers. Just let them really relax. And then let your focus just come down into your thumbs. And notice the base of the thumb and the joints and the end. And then do the same with the index finger. And then the middle finger. And then taking that into the ring finger and your little finger. And then transferring it into the palms of your hands, give your knees a bit of a bend. And then feel it flowing up into your forearms, to the elbows, and then your biceps and shoulders. So we're energizing the whole of the body. We're going to bring the hands up through the midline and stop bouncing. It's hard to do both. And then give your hands a shake up above your head. Lovely. And then pause, breathe in and reach up. Let the sternum lift. Feel the breath rise up through your body and stretch your fingers out. Breathe out, let your shoulders relax down into their sockets. And then breathing in again, taking that breath deep into your lungs. And then let both of your arms just come down slowly. So they feel light as a feather as they travel down and arrive down by your sides. Let's just notice the difference in your arms just after that bit of movement. Now take your weight over onto your left leg. You can pop your hands onto your hips for balance and circle your toes around on your foot. Just feel the ankle joint loosening up. And you can use your core muscles, they help support you, or you can find somewhere to focus your eyes and change your directions when you're ready as well. And then pop your foot down, pop the ball of the foot down, put the tips of the toes down, and then stretch along the top of your foot. And just explore the ankle joint, making sure it feels nice and flexible. So I think we often forget about the feet, don't we? Because we always start with the ankles, and I think, oh, there we go. Pop your foot, oh, no, lift your foot back up. Give your calf a shake. Almost forgot. So feel the calf muscle loosening up. And then allow it to travel up into your knee. Just give your knee a little shake. And then allow it to become a swing. So it oils your knee joint. Just conditioning that delicate knee joint. And then take your awareness right up into the top of your leg and shake down from your hip. Feel the whole of your leg loosening up. And any tiredness is just released out through the sole of your foot. Place your foot back down. Take your weight over into your other leg. And we'll begin by circling the toes again. Just explore. Change your directions as you feel comfortable and ready. And then place your foot down. Tip of your toe comes down and just stretch along your toes. Top of your foot. And then when you're ready, give your leg a shake so your calf muscle loosens. Come up into your knee, just give your knee a little bit of loosening up. And then turn that shake into a swing. You're just swinging from the knee down. And then allow it to come down up to the top of the thigh, top of the hip, and then shake down through your leg so your quad loosens up. And you'll feel it flow out through your calf muscle and your foot if you relax the whole of your leg. And then place your foot back down and the full body shake. So have a full body shimmy and a shake, loosen up. Just enjoy it. It's like, yes, it's Monday, it's yoga. And then come back to standing. So we're going to go up into the shoulders because of the rotator triangle, we're going to really open the shoulders up this evening. So just begin by circling one shoulder and then the other. And let it come from your spine again. So you're taking one side forward and then the other. Letting it flow all the way through your hips and ankles, through your knees. And you've just got that lovely unraveling of any tension that's settled here. Start to lift your elbows into it. Elbows lead, feel it in your shoulders as well. And then notice it in your ribs. And allow your breath to fill the ribs as you lift. And start to let the arm just swing underneath. And the movement begins to flow. And you feel a bit of compression in the lumbar part of the spine. Just imagine what you're doing with your spine here, hydrating the discs in your back. And I'm going to go back just to the elbows. Breathing into the sides of the body. And then into your shoulders. And then let your shoulders just relax down. And start to move your hips. So you're figurating your hips. You might want to move your feet a bit further apart. And just let your awareness roll along the soles of your feet. Changing your direction when you're ready. Just slide one hip forward and then the other. And then let your movement become really soft. Both palms face one another. You can step out and just enjoy flowing with your palms facing one another. And within your palms, imagine that you've got a radiant white light. Maybe a little bit like the light that's shining through my window. You can see behind me. And it's bright and it's just guiding you around. And it's as though you're kind of clearing out your energy body. Moving into all those different spaces. You can let the movement come up through the heart center. Change your direction. It's beginning to flow, bending your knees as well. Making your way from one side to the other. And then let this ball of light be lifted up so it comes right up through the heart center. And it's making like a figure of 8 in front of you. So you've got a twist in your wrists. And then just let your feet come closer together. Bring your hands down. Let your hands just start to move around the lower part of your body so that just tapping in. Going to keep the spine moving. Your arms are just loose and relaxed. No bones in the arms. It's just your spine's move well. But you're moving from the base of the spine and just gently turning your hips. Start to let your arms lift up. And you'll notice the awareness, it might even be a warmth, start to travel up the length of your spine. Give your shoulders a tap now. And then let your arms go up into the space above. And experiment closing your eyes. I don't know if I dare. Just for a second. Just notice what a feeling of spaciousness it gives you with your eyes closed. And then let your arms come down. You can open your eyes now. Let your heels lift off the ground. And as your heels lift your sternum as well. So you're lengthening your spine. Learned something the other day. So when you're stressed, the cells in your body, they take on a fetal position, so they curl themselves up. And when you're relaxed and you don't feel stressed and you've done your yoga, all your cells open out as if like a flower. I thought that was amazing. You feel it, don't you? When you feel stressed, you just feel horrible in your body. Let your arms start to lift up now. Twisting away any tiredness. Allowing space to arrive in your body. And into that space, joyfulness and just all great experiences. And then let your arms come down. Let your knees have a little bend. You feel a nice lengthening in your quads. Let's come back to standing. And then just arrive back into that standing position. Just let your body just stop moving on its own. Just align yourself with your breath. Do a few movements from our energy block release. Start with Tadasana mountain pose. So let your feet be at hip distance. Just double check your feet are equally spaced out on the outside of your hips. Lift your toes up and just stretch your toes out. And just feel the soles of the feet anchoring down to the earth. So you feel grounded and connected. Allow your awareness now to rise up through your ankles, into your calf muscles and knees. And then gently park your pelvis into neutral. So it's neither tipped forwards or backwards. And you can lift that pelvic floor muscle just a tiny bit, and then that'll create a bit of security through your hips. As you breathe in now, let the awareness rise up into your chest. And let your sternum lift. Just take a few breaths as the body arrives into its perfect mountain pose, its perfect posture. Now let your shoulders lift up and circle them back. Give yourself time to arrive into this pose. Feel the crown of your head rising up. Just allowing your body to stand steady. Standing in the seat of the mountain. Calm steadiness. Turn your hips over towards the right side. And you're going to bring your right arm up by your right ear as you breathe in. And let your hips come back to the front. So we're going to work with the windmill breath a little bit. So let your right arm come down, let your left arm lift up. And let your hips come back to that center point. Now breathe in as that right arm lifts up. And breathe out as it comes down. So you always keep your arms at equal distance apart. And you're always breathing in as your right arm lifts up. Breathe out as it comes down. There's a tiny micro pause in between, just as the body arrives back into that alignment of the hips being forwards. And if you're comfortable with it, please close your eyes, and that allows you to really tune in, as it gives you a deeper experience. And then next time your right arm comes up by your ear, just pause and breathe out as you bring it down by your spine. Take a moment to readjust your posture. Breathe out, turn your left palm forward, and then begin to turn your hips and breathe in as that left arm comes up. Just come back to the front, you breathe out, right arm lifts. Your focus is just on the left side, really. The right arm's just there to help with the movement and to help with the balancing of the two sides of the body. Notice the movement coming all the way through the feet and ankles and knees. So it's, as well as working with your breath, it's enhancing your flexibility, your mobility. Next time, after this one, next time your left arm lifts up by your ear, breathe out and let it come down in front. And then take a moment, just pause, spend a moment just resting into that drew point. So just bring both of the hands close to one another in front. We're going to breathe in and let both the arms lift up. A nice length through your spine, and then we're going to fold forwards and come down into a nice soft forward bend, and then rise back up again. Stacking each vertebra as you rise, pressing the feet down, breathing in and opening out as if you're opening out to that sun, to that sunlight. Folding down when you're ready, breathing out. Bending your knees, rising back up. Feeling that sunlight on your palms, coming down when you're ready. You're rising up. Final time as you rise up in this way. So you plug in the fingertips into that sunlight, into that energy. And then gently flow down. This time I'd like you to stay down in your forward bend for a moment or two and bend your knees and just let your abdomen rest onto your thighs. Let your head, neck and shoulders relax. And then just taking the hands behind at the ankles, standing up, slide your fingers through the back line of the legs and just place your hands underneath your ribs. So you're supporting your sacrum. Lift your ribs over your hands, bend your knees, and you're just stretching the front of the body. So try and keep your chin down towards your chest. Breathe in, rise up, slide the hands back down through the legs. Pause for a moment. And then taking the hands back behind again, rising up, placing the hands underneath the ribs, supporting the sacrum. Breathe in, soften your knees, and just reclining backwards. Lifting back up, fold forwards, final time, coming down. Okay, so separate your feet so they're a little bit further apart. And you want to hold on to your elbows and just gently rock between your two big toes. So you're feeling a nice little stretch through your hamstrings. Feeling the body just begin to relax. And then bending your knees and just lifting up a tiny bit. So you're up enough to turn your foot around about 60 degrees to the right and let your left heel come into line. And then you're going to turn your hips so they're square over that leading knee and then fold yourself down into your thigh. And then you're just going to press back gently on that front leg so you can feel a bit of a stretch through the hamstring on that right leg. Just relaxing, breathing deeply. Allowing that muscle to gently relax. And remember, no pain, no pain. Bend that leading knee, lift up. And then gently bring yourself around the other way. Left foot 60 degrees, right foot in line. Check your hips are square over that front thigh and then fold down. So you can hold on to your knee, your ankle, your foot, and then just gently starting to just straighten that front leg a tiny bit. So you can feel a stretch in the hamstring, but not so it's painful. And breathing deeply. Lift up, come back round to the front, come back down into your forward bend. Just rocking between the two big toes. And then turn yourself back around towards the right side, bring your knee onto the mat. So you come into runner pose. And the first thing we'll do, we'll stretch out that psoas muscle. So you're going to let the crown of the head rise up. We'll just give you a minute to get down. Brilliant. Place your hands just behind your knee, lengthen through the top of the head, and then sink down so you're stretching out this muscle here, this psoas muscle. Just taking a few moments to breathe deeply, checking your knees not overshooting your foot. I think you're both all right. And then lift back up, and then we're going back. So you're going to take your hips back, place your hands down onto the mat, and then just lift the toes of your foot up, and then you'll feel a stretch through the back of that leg. And then you want to lengthen your spine and just like hover your chin above your shin, but don't ever force it. Just let gravity stretch out that hamstring. And as always, once you get into your stretch, just use your breath to relax into it. If it feels a bit uncomfortable, go back up and just take a few breaths. Lovely. Slide your foot back in and change your legs over. I'll just change direction. You can stay the same direction if you want to. It's just so I can see you. So place your hands just behind your knee and then sinking down. You come into your runner pose. And always checking that your knees not overshooting the foot too much. And the stretch, you'll be feeling it through that psoas muscle. Yeah. Press down into your foot, lift up, take your hips back, find the ground, shuffle your foot to a good position, and then lift your toes up and lengthen your spine and point your chin in the direction of your shin. Just relaxing into it. Fantastic. Slide your foot back in. Bring both hands down onto the mat. So your shoulders are above your hands, hips above your knees, and then we're just going to flow with Majorasana cat pose. So always moving from the base of your spine. Use your core muscles, so you're breathing out as you're arching your back. And you're breathing in as you're looking forwards. It's always the muscles in the spine that are moving you. It's the flow from the base. And again, you can draw in that visualization of the light and just feel as though that glorious sunlight's flowing through your spine. And it just really helps to soothe away anything there that's been a bit uncomfortable. Flows through your energy system. Lift your head up, feel the openness in your chest and throat as well. And just working with that at your own pace, just for a few moments. Really feeling that openness in your back. And then just bringing your hips down to join your heels. Bring your hands back by your ankles and tuck your head in. And just taking a few moments to feel that relaxation through your spine and breathe into your shoulders. And your neck relax. I'm going to invite you to slide your hands forward again. Separate your fingers so they're nice and wide. Breathe out. And as you breathe in, rise back up again. Now this time we're going to work with the weaving cat. So have a play around with your shoulders first of all, and just see what mobility you've got there, how it feels and how to move. And then we're going to go down into the weaving cat. So soften your left elbow and then feed your right arm through and just lower your shoulder down and the side of your head. But not so there's any weight through your head. You're just supporting it, and breathe into the ribs on that right side. Breathe out, soften, relax, feel the body relaxing into it. Feeling that heaviness. Breathing that light through your spine. And then rise back up with your breath. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. So let your right elbow soften. So just bend it slightly. Feed your left arm through. Lower your shoulder down, side of your head. Taking a few breaths this time through that left side. Expanding through the ribs. Coming back up when you're ready. Check how you feel, and then we're going to repeat it again. So that left side, left elbow bends. Take your right arm down. And breathe out into it. Now this time, if you feel comfortable, use your breath and lift your left arm up above your body so it's vertical. So it comes all the way up. And then experiment with your arm. So just twist your arm slightly from the base, taking it one way and then the other. And then just bringing that hand back down. Take a moment to just reconnect with your breath. And as you breathe in now, let your body lift back up. So you're back onto all fours. That's it. And then we're going to repeat the same on the other side. So bend your right elbow, your left arm's going to go through. Shoulder comes down side of your head. Get comfortable. And then take that right arm up. Now it's vertical. And then begin that twisting. And as always, feel the movement come from the spine. And then when you're ready, let that arm come down. And then we're going to lift up into pose of a child. So lift up into cat, then go into pose of a child. So just lift yourself up. You can double check everything's okay by having a bit of movement in your body. So just have a little bit of exploration. Just see what flexibility you've got. And then bring your hips down towards your heels and come down into your pose of a child and tuck your head in. And just spend a few moments resting there. Taking long, slow breaths. And then rising back up. Just keep yourself on the ground there for a few moments. It's a great idea. Have a drink of water. So make yourself nice and comfortable on the ground. Or if you prefer to sit on a seat or a chair, you can do. Going to work with our 4 square breathing just for a few minutes. So get yourself into a place where your sitting bones are down and they're anchored, so you feel connected to the earth. And you sat in a comfortable way, so you can just sit for maybe about 4 or 5 minutes. And you can either put your hands onto your knees if you want to, or you can have them in your lap. It's up to you. And what we're going to do is called equal ratio breathing. And essentially, all we're going to do is breathe in for a count of 4. Just hold the breath with a short pause, and then breathe out for a count of 4. And then pause again. So it's just like if you were doing it in a square. You breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause, breathe in, pause, breathe out. So it's really simple. So we'll just start off by closing your eyes and just taking a few slow, deep breaths. You just breathe in normally through your nose. As you breathe in now, feel it's almost like the breath's rising up through your spine, and you feel the crown of the head rise up. And then breathe out, feeling relaxed. And then next time you breathe in, it's going to begin that count of 4. So just beginning now, breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Short pause. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4. Short pause. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Short pause. Breathing out. Short pause. Breathing in. Short pause. Breathing out. And inviting you to just continue with that breathing ratio. And if you wish, you can lengthen the time of your pause. And then returning back into your normal breathing. And just beginning to move your fingers. You've got your eyes closed, just keep your eyes closed, rub your hands together a little bit. And then place your hands over your eyes. Separate your fingers and just let your eyes open, let that light trickle through. You can work with that breathing in your own time, and what you can do is start to lengthen the pause in between the breaths, or you can do it with your heartbeat. So if you tune into your heartbeat and you breathe in for 4 heartbeats, pause, and then breathe out. And what it does is it works with the parasympathetic nervous system, so it really helps you to rest and digest, and just really let go of any stress. So it's really, really powerful stuff, the pranayama. So I thought I would demonstrate the rotated triangle for you, the Parivritta Trikonasana. So just stay where you are for a moment or two, and I've got my block here. There we are. So I'm going to invite you to come up to your feet, and your mats, I think you've already got them in the same direction as me, but have your mats this way round. And if you get your block or your book, whatever you want to use, and if you just place it down, we'll do the same side. On the right hand side, I thought we'd do a little bit of moving the spine first of all, though. So have your feet, so turn the toe, just wait till there you are. Turn the toes of your right foot 90 degrees and take your left heel back. So you can just check, you can twist your hips. So when you twist them, they're going to be directly above your right leg. And then we'll lift the arms up. And then we're just going to twist and have a few nice twists as you lift your arms, and turn your head as well. And come back to neutral. Bring your feet forward, and we'll do this. We'll do the other side as well. So turn your left foot 90 degrees, take your right heel back, check your hips can do the twisting. I apologise, my brother's phoning. Let me turn my phone on. So come back, hang on, come back off my pose, there we go. So bring your arms up to shoulder height, breathe in, and then turn in, and just enjoying that twist, and feel it from the base of your spine. And it's really improving the mobility in your shoulders as well. You feel like you're flying. It's got a nice feeling of weightlessness to it, hasn't it? And you can bend your knees a bit as well. And then come back into your feet facing forwards, and then come down into a forward bend. Just rest for a moment or two. Let your head, neck and shoulders relax. walk your feet back to hip distance. And just gently stack each vertebra as you rise up. And then step over to the right hand side of you, so your left hand side of your mat. You want to stand with your feet facing forwards. We're going to come into Tadasana mountain pose. So just letting the weight through your body distribute itself equally. So both sides are perfectly balanced. Let your sternum lift, let the crown of your head rise up. Gently engage pelvic floor and let your hips and pelvis come into neutral. Breathe in, take your shoulders back. And take a few moments to arrive here. What we're going to do is we're going to arrive into the seat of Parivritta Trikonasana, the rotated triangle. And draw energy from the base of the spine up through the energy system, through the chakra system. It's going to arrive up into your heart center. And from there, it can be expressed creatively. So let your palms connect in front of your heart. Your shoulders relax. Just feel that connectedness of both sides. Release your hands down, so turn your hands in towards you, and then let your hands come down. And then take a step out to the right side with your right foot. Feel anchored and grounded through your feet and legs. And then you're going to turn the toes of your right foot 90 degrees. And then take your left heel back. Down through the legs again. Just check all the muscles are engaging, but not without any tightness, so your knees are not locked. You're going to breathe in now and let your arms lift up. Breathe out, let those arms relax. And then we're going to turn, we're going to twist from the hips, bring your hands in towards your body. And this time your left arm's going out in front, but your right hand, just going to place it onto your hip. So you can have your back of your hand in or whatever you like. Just place it there. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. And then just bend your front knee a tiny bit. So bend that right knee a little bit. You're still anchored down through the base. Now reach from the base of the spine and let your left arm just lift out. That's it. Turn your palm up now and lower that hand down to the ground and place it onto your block. Now you want to make sure that you're fully comfortable here, first of all. Anchor down through the outside rim of your left foot, and then take your awareness towards the base of your spine. And as you breathe in now, start to turn each vertebra so you're looking over your right shoulder. That's it. And turn your head as well. And then let your right arm lift up as you breathe in. So it's going to be vertical up above your body. And then feel as though you're stacking both of those shoulder blades and breathe into the chest, the lungs. Feel as though that golden sunlight's moved through your spine and it's really, really nourished the discs, the bones, nerves. Now bring your arm down, but keep your arm fairly straight and sweep it past the side of your hip. And let that front knee bend and just pause in a forward bend. So your front knee's bent. Yeah, that's it. Now breathe in, turn your palms up and imagine that you're lifting up maybe a precious jewel or that sunlight from the earth and your palms are out in front. You're still anchored through the feet. Turn both palms towards one another. It's like you've got sparkly light there, and then you're going to draw that hand all the way across the chest. And it's just guiding that light, spreading it across. Turn your right foot forward now and pause for a moment in that shape, that star shape. Take a few breaths into the chest and lungs and feel how much space you've got in your ribs. Come down towards the earth now. Bring your hands down, bend your knees and have a little bit of just moving in a nice flowing way. You're really creative with it. And then come back to stillness. Slide your block over to the other side. And then you're going to stand back up. Keep your feet still separated. Take your shoulders back. Just adjust your stance because it might have got wider when you're down there. Sometimes happens. Now we're going to do the same on the left side now. So lift up the left toes and turn them to the 90 degrees. Take your right foot back, so your right heel goes back. Anchor down through the legs, so you're connected to the earth when you stand in this way. Put core muscles on, let your sternum lift, take your shoulders back. Yep, and then let your arms lift up as you breathe in. Breathe out, let them settle. Awareness towards your heart center first of all. And then take that awareness toward the base of your spine and just begin to twist. Oh, sorry, I'm telling you the wrong thing. Just begin to twist, but bring your hands down towards your hip. Take your right arm out in front, left hand goes onto your hip. Facing forwards, breathe in, lengthen your spine. Slightly bend that left knee. And then move from the base of the spine, so you lengthen out. That's it, palm turns up. And then you lower that palm down and place it onto your block. Once you get down here, get grounded, anchored, and then let that awareness go towards the base of the spine, turn through each vertebra. And then with your next in-breath, lift that left arm up above your body. So your chest is turned away, your head's turned. That's it. Just taking a few moments to breathe here, just realize what's happening internally. It's boosting all the organs in the belly, the abdomen, the heart. That energy is flowing along your spine. Okay, now bring your left hand down, sweep it past your left hip, bend that leading knee. Get centered in your forward bend. And then turn your palms up, and it's as though you're lifting something precious up from the ground. You're lifting up that light. It's great. Turn both palms towards one another. And then bring that right hand all the way across the chest as you turn forward, your hips turn forward. Let both feet turn forward and pause for a moment. I call this the axes of the world. It always reminds me of Leonardo da Vinci's drawing. So just feel expanded. Feel as though your heart power is reaching all the way around the globe. Filled with that eternal sunshine, brightness. And then let your body fold forward and just let yourself be anchored down to the earth. You can bring your feet in or do whatever feels good for you. Just let your body flow. Just flow. Flow however your body's wisdom's telling you. Guide your feet together and begin to stand up, but really have that awareness of your spine. And we're going to take both hands around in a circle actually. And let both arms lift up and bring your palms together up overhead. Standing tall, strong and steady. And then let your hands come down just to seal in the energy, the Parivritta Trikonasana, the rotated triangle. Let your shoulders relax. You might just want to close your eyes for a moment and let your hands come down by your sides. So I'm going to invite you to come down onto your mats. just lay down on your backs. Have your blankets nearby. And we're going to do a little bit of soothing in the sacrum because we've done a lot of twists and things. So come onto your backs and just rock from side to side. It's really soothing the sacrum. You get all your blankets and cushions, make yourself super comfy. And as you're moving your knees around, your circles and things, see if you can direct that pressure all the way down to the tip of the coccyx. And again, just move in a way that's just right for you. And just pausing, bring your right thigh over the top of your left, clasp your hands behind the back of your knee, and breathe out as you draw your knees down towards your chest so you stretch out that piriformis muscle. Relaxing into it, allowing that muscle to lengthen. And then change over. So left thigh goes over right. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, draw that knee down. Lovely. Place both soles of the feet down onto the mat. Slide your left leg away. Bring your right foot up and pop it onto your knee. Left hand onto your right knee and your right hand on the mat. And we're going to go into that twist, what we do every week, half Maltese cross. So breathe in and breathe out, let your hips and pelvis roll, let your head turn. And feel your shoulders relax down. We stretch through the side of the body. And roll back to the center. Change over. Bring your left foot onto your right knee, right hand onto left leg, left hand onto the ground. Breathe in. And move as you exhale. Let your head turn. And feel into that spaciousness in your chest, your lungs. And then let yourself roll back to the middle. Bring your hips back into neutral. Slide your legs away, let your toes roll out, let your palms face up. And get your blankets and comfiness ready for our Shavasana. Okay. It's as warm and cozy as you can. Taking some slow, steady, deep breaths now. Breathing into the belly and breathing out, and just gently pressing the body down into the earth. Breathing out, softening. And then scanning through your body. Scanning from your soles of your feet. And just check in with the bones in your feet. Just gently exploring the feet again, stretching your toes out. Scrunching them up, stretching them out again, and then let them relax. Tighten the calf muscles. And soften, relax. Coming into the quads now and gently tightening both of the quads. And relaxing the quads. Your awareness coming to your hips. If you need to adjust them at all, please do. And then just tightening both of the glutes. Breathing into them. And then soften and relax. Taking a deep breath all the way down into the very bottom of the stomach, bottom of the belly. And just feel the body expand from the inside. And then soften and relax. Pressing the sacrum down into the mat. Massaging the sacrum. And then gently pressing your shoulders down into the mat. Relax your shoulders. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears. And breathe in. And breathe out and let them relax back down into the sockets. And then just move your head from side to side, feel the neck relax. And then let it come back to the middle. Scrunch up your eyes, furrow your brow, move your jaw, wiggle your nose. Just a few moments with your face. Permission to the whole of your body to relax now. Bringing your awareness in towards your breath. Breathing out, feeling a wave of relaxation moving down through the body. As it flows down through you, it soothes every cell within your body. It soothes the bones. It soothes the different systems in your body. Now breathing into the feet, feeling a softness in the soles of the feet. That softness arrives into the heels, calf muscles and the shins. Just breathing it in that upward flow. And breathe out and just gently relax, feeling the feet and the lower parts of the legs relax. Breathing into the knees now. And allow that softness to really relax the backs of the knees, front. And then it rises into the quads, relaxing the strong muscles here. And traveling into the hips and bones within the pelvis. Breathing out and just relaxing. Now allow that soft, nurturing feeling to be present in the abdomen, And then the organs within that area. Soothing the reproductive organs and the elimination organs. Digestive organs. Just breathe in that nurturing softness. And breathe out. That soft feeling now arrives into the chest, into the lungs and the heart. An expansion in the chest as you breathe in. Element of spaciousness, element of air. I'm just repeating that a couple of times, that breath, it seems to go on for eternity. And relaxing, letting go. This now arrives into the throat center. Feeling soothed, like a soft balm. You really soothing the throat, the neck. That soothing feeling starts to rise up into the face, into the cheekbones and the jaw. Relaxing the jaw, ears, softening your eyes and your forehead, even your cheeks. It's taking a few moments now to allow the body to move into a place of steady relaxation. As you breathe out now, hear the sound of that exhalation. Allow it to transport you into a place you can spend a few moments just being still, quiet. We begin this process of returning back into this space and time. Begin by deepening your breath. And just gently beginning to move your fingers and your toes and You might want to just adjust your face and smile and see how that smile affects you. And then relax your smile down. We're going to use a visualization of radiant light once more. Just up above the crown of your head. Just visualize that glorious sunshine. And see the sparkling rays of sunshine beaming down, because they're nourishing the whole of your body, filling you with that powerful light. Flows down through the length of your spine and over the face. And feel that brightness. Think in your eyes a few times. Deepen the breath, and that light flows down through the central column of the body, down through your energy system, energizes you and revitalizes you on all levels, flowing down into your arms and your hands and your fingers. That light nourishes the base of your spine, nourishes the organs and the systems within your body. It goes down into your legs and into your knees, into your ankles and into your toes. Just breathe in it anywhere within your body we've not already mentioned, anywhere you might think it needs that extra bit of attention. And turn yourself over onto whichever side suits you best. And then making your way back into your seated position, just taking your time, keep your eyes closed. Just gently pressing your palms down into the mat. And just easing yourself back into your seated position. Just take your time. To just rub your hands together as if you've got that light all over your hands. Place your palms over your eyes. Flutter your eyes open. Then separate your fingers. Give your forehead a little tap. Eyebrows and your cheeks, your jaw. Knock the dust off. Just have a little generous hug. Maybe hug the other side as well. And we just end by taking the palms up overhead. Your palms come together. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace. I really hope that you enjoyed this evening's yoga class. It's been lovely to teach, actually. I really enjoyed teaching it. And I'm here again next week. And we're going to continue with our triangles, and we're going to do the inner face.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks, Jean.
I've loved it too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was nice, wasn't it?
Totally chilled out there, Kelly. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Sheila. It was lovely, wasn't it? It was...
Yeah, and when you said about Leonardo da Vinci's Vitruvian Man, you got the circle behind you.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Same.
Actually, isn't it? I bet it was, wasn't it? You know, on a subconscious level, I think
Yeah,
that was like this.
yeah,
It's man, it's called, isn't it? I think.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was interested in all that sacred geometry stuff. I was a bit of a specialist on it at one point in time, and I did you know, when I lived in China and when I traveled around the world, I used to do sacred geometry drawings, you know, with a compass and stuff, with all the
Oh, it's really interesting.
I was fascinated by it, and I used to do all these drawing paintings, and I'd give them to all the people I met. And I think it opened up stuff in my brain, to be honest with you. I was obsessed by it as a kid as well, but it's a really good like meditation thing to do, you know, with the compasses and then drawing up all the dots and everything, because you get what the platonic solids, and they say it's like the foundations of human life, basically, you know, all the different cell structures. It's all fascinating, but as well as being like pretty things to look at, they all mean stuff. It's really fascinating. That's how he worked out all the proportions, isn't it, with his artwork. Yeah, it's fascinating. It's all fascinating.
Yeah, that really is interesting. I'll have to. You'll send me on a little rabbit hole with that one now, Kelly.
Oh, please do. Oh, and I love to talk about it as well. So if you want to talk about it, we can talk about stuff like that. I like it.
Brilliant.
Have a lovely evening. I've really enjoyed teaching.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was full moon as well, isn't it? Today?
Yeah.
Yes,